districts in Canada,
from the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime and wherever you are. Join us.
You are watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio.
Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. INCRadio Canada. Join us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our televiewers and listeners here in INC Radio Canada. We are currently broadcasting live here at Canada Satellite Studio, INC Radio, changing lives through God's words. And I hope everyone is doing well, po. My name is Sister Elisa Miasa, and I'm from the local of East Vancouver, District of British Columbia. It's good to see and be back as a host here in IC Radio Canada. It's been a while. So wherever you may be, I hope everyone is doing well. And of course, I'm just not by myself. I'm with Ati Kat. Hi Kat. How are you doing, Kat?
Hello, Ate Eliza, and hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers who's currently watching INC Radio Canada. And wherever you may be, I hope everyone is doing well and safe. I of course time check for tonight. It's 5:02 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I can't believe it's almost end of April, but it's April 20th here in Canada po. April 21 in the Philippines, 8:02 a.m. in the Philippines. And before anything else, we would like to acknowledge po the presence and greet to our District Minister po, Brother Glendo H. Baitan, our Supervising District Minister, and our CFO Overseer po, Brother Renel Romero. Hello to Karenel, who's always been supportive of INC Radio. We also would like to greet our District Multimedia Officer, Media Advisor po, Brother Brian Bellarmino. And of course, we're not by ourselves. We also would like to greet some of our co-hosts here from the other districts of Canada. Hello to, first of all, our neighboring district, Calgary.
Thank you, Atakat. Hello, everyone. I'm Brother Alvin Labyrinto from the locale of Westmount, District of Calgary. Time here is 6:03 p.m. And I'd also like to acknowledge and greet our District Supervising Minister, Brother Voltaire A. Mason, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Eli Garcia, our CFO Overseer, Brother Dale Vargas, who is also getting married, I think Monday, April 22nd. So he's getting married. Congratulations, Brother Dale. And also to our District Multimedia Supervisor, Brother Johnny Adalia, now headed north of us to Edmonton at the Jonah.
Thank you, Kuya Alvin. Hello, Ate Kath and Ate Eliza. And hello to everyone tuned in at this moment. Sister Jonah Lopez here from the local congregation of Eastwood District of Edmonton. And another acknowledgement, of course, from our district minister, Ka Rolando Igaviola, our overseer, CFO, that is, Christian Family Organization Overseer Ka Brian Tekneng, and our district multimedia advisor, Rommel Cruz, and our resident minister, Eugene Agustin. And hope that everyone is doing well. Hello to our live chat there already, chatting away. It's a beautiful 15 degrees here in Edmonton. So it is pretty warm compared to a couple of days ago. Moving on to, let us go back to Ate Kath or Ate Eliza.
Thank you so much po, Ate Jonna. And of course, we're not also joined, but we also have our panelists for tonight. But before I introduce them to you, last week we talked about, what did we talk about, Brother Philip? Nakalimutan ko, ano ba yun? Nakalimutan ko na siya. Pero this week, our topic is about choosing a lasting and fulfilling career. How and where would you start, especially if you're unsure of where to start? All of us have gone through choosing at some point of our life what to do in terms of picking what we do in school and what we would do in our careers. So to our listeners and viewers, we would like to know, Paul, what about you? How did you choose a career path that or the job related that you're currently working right now? So then we would like to introduce then our panelists for tonight. We have our beautiful young lady here, Sister Mara. Hi.
Hello po, good evening and good afternoon and good morning po. So my name is Sister Mara. I'm from the District of British Columbia. I'm from the GWS of Chilliwack. And I would like to greet po our District Supervising Minister, Kag Glendo H. Baitan, our CFO Overseer po, Karen Nel Romero, and our District Multimedia, Ka Brian Bellarmino po. Good greetings po to them. And thank you po.
Thank you, Sister Mara. And of course, we're also joined in by Brother Philip. Hello, Brother Philip.
Hi everyone, my name is Brother Philip Salvador from the District of Calgary. So it's a Calgary combo. You get two for one today. And I'd like to shout out our district supervising district minister, Brother Voltaire A. Tamison, and the rest of our district staff and my family as well, Paul. Thank you so much.
Ayan, thank you. And greetings to Brother Philip's family. And also, we're also joined in by one of our sisters here in British Columbia. Hello, Sister Chantal.
Hello, everyone. I am Sister Chantal Vargas Husai. I am also from the District of British Columbia, locale of New Westminster. I'm so happy to join you all. I am the Christian Brotherhood International President, or CBI President, here in our district. And I'm also a choir member, so I'm happy to share any knowledge that I have about the topic. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. We're very, very happy to that you all have joined us this evening. But before we go ahead, I think we'll need to break some ice, right, Ate Jonna? Meron tayong pag-game for tonight.
Okay. Yes. I need to know what this is, Ate Kat, 'cause well, it's an icebreaker, this or that. So maybe Kuya, I wonder who our Kuya Tech is on board. If you can put us all on grid view, Kuya, so then we can see each other. There you go. Well, while Kuya is doing that. So the game is our icebreaker will be this or that. So we want to make sure that everyone is. Why am my head is kind of like cut? Okay, let me just move that a little bit. There you go. Ate Kat, ikaw din eh, putol yung ulo mo. Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
realize
Okay.
ko siya.
Do we have like materials that Kuya
Yes,
Tech will post and then we will pick we will choose like this or that. So how do you want to do this? This is thumbs up and then that is thumbs down or what? How do you want to do it?
it's up
Oh,
to you, Pot.
okay. Okay. So we'll do this. For this, we'll do thumbs up. For that, we'll do thumbs down. Okay. So number one, Kuya Tech.
Okay,
Okay,
let's play.
let's play. Ooh. Oh wait.
You
Teeth.
have to choose.
What are these
Or
We
options?
we have to
I don't
choose.
understand the correlation.
You have to choose whether you have to work on a teeth or movies.
Oh.
Oh, cavities.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's about career planning, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
who's picking
Oh,
teeth?
Okay. So teeth would be thumbs up. Movies will be thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone ready? Okay. In three, two, one. Okay, there you go. That's a good one. I'll use that. I'll use that. Let's use the emoji there. Okay. Oh, it's mostly teeth? No, I don't want teeth.
Mostly is going to work with the teeth rather than movies.
I'd rather
Are
work
we
in
are
the
we working at the
workforce.
movie theater or working on an actual movie?
There's a
Oh,
difference. There's a
It's
difference.
a variety of careers that you can
uh-huh.
get, right? You can be working as a in the backstage, working in a cinema.
Yeah,
You
I
know
want to know
that?
from Sister Mara. Like Sister Mara, what's your choice on this one? Teeth, work on teeth or movies?
I think teeth bolt would be more interesting because then you could like learn all about how the roots will sit in the mouth bolt. So
Ooh.
I well, as an orthodontist or maybe a dentist bolt.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Wow. Nice. Okay, Kuya Tech, next one.
Ano na kuya
Yes.
Tek? May
Kuya Tech.
nasabi ka
Next.
mag-next?
Yes. Oh, okay. Nurse or doctor or a vet?
So working with human being or working with
Pets.
dog?
Okay. And the answer, who's having thumbs up? Let's see. Who's having Ate Alyssa, Kuya Alvin, who else? Ate Chantel. Oh, Ate Mara. Kuya Philip, I didn't see your answer. Ah, so everyone preferred to work with,
Yeah,
yes, with
human
people.
being.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Next picture, Kuya Tek. Ooh. Okay. So who wants to be a cook? The other one is engineer. I think I want to.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
I'd rather
Yes,
be
chef.
a cook. Kuya Alvin, Ate Elisa, I think. Ate Chantal, Ate Mara is cook.
Let's ask Sister Chantel, why did you choose being a cook versus an
Yeah.
engineer?
Well, you can share your love with the food that you prepare.
Oh, the love language, right? Food.
Good.
Can never go wrong with that.
Yes.
Whereas engineering,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to share my love with engineering. So
Um,
Awesome. Okay. Next picture, Kuya. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Would you rather work outdoors or indoors? If the setting is like that, I think I prefer outdoors at the camp. But if it's like 40 degrees and they're working outside, I don't think so.
Yes, but here in Canada,
I know.
if your job is outdoors, I think you have
I
to work
know.
outdoors throughout the year.
I
Okay,
don't want to freeze
I'll
during
go
the
with
winter.
indoors, please.
Kuya
Indoors.
Alvin, what about you? Outdoors or indoors?
Indoors. I don't want to freeze during the winter. You don't have a choice if your job's outdoors.
Okay,
You have to work. You have to make money.
what if you live in a tropical country like the Philippines?
Outdoors.
Even more, I'd stay
Indoors. So
indoors. It's 40 degrees.
I know, I know. Rather, yeah,
I'd stay by the air conditioning.
I think I'm gonna be the same. What about Sister Chantal? Working outdoors or indoors for you?
indoors.
Indoors, definitely.
Same
I
as
see, Elisa, what about you?
I think since I moved here in Canada, I love working outdoors, but
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
sometimes I have to work indoors. So
Oh, look at that.
nice.
Yeah. I think I do we have more.
We have more. I think we could do three more slides.
Okay.
Let's keep
Okay.
going.
Kuya Tech. Okay.
Okay, this one's gonna be
Math.
difficult.
I know. Would you rather do math or English? Definitely English. I think I saw Kuya Alvin say math. Yeah, math.
Yes, Matt.
Oh no.
What about Brother Philip? I'm actually interested what he says.
As an artist, I pick English.
Ooh,
English.
artist. Ooh, awesome.
Elisa,
You know, Ate Jonah and Ate Kat, meron tayo sa comments sa YouTube from Hazel B. Sabi niya, definitely movies. And from Orchestra and Roda, teeth. And from Hazelby. I love dogs. I think from the you know what, at the beginning I thought in the first, like, we don't know what is this or that. I know it's a career planning. I thought I'm gonna be eating at movies. That's where there's a pit. So I don't know. I'm gonna be choosing either two. But anyway, that's funny. Yes, thank you, pa.
So for this one, Auntie Eliza, math or English for you?
Um, I think I just go with English. So this is
English.
not my first language, second language.
Uh-huh.
I
Third
don't know.
language.
For some reason, I love math in a basic way, but not on career planning.
I
I,
think that is the
and
the
even
math nerd.
budgeting. Yeah, I love math, but
English versus math. Okay, next po.
Next. Ooh, interesting. A
This
yeah.
one is a little
teacher.
bit close.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
A teacher or early childhood educator. Actually, this is what
Ah.
my daughter wants to do. Early childhood educator. I think, I think I'll pick the early childhood educator because I used to be a children's worship service teacher and I miss that. I actually miss that. At the Chantal,
Nutrition.
why do you prefer a teacher?
Because I think although being an early childhood educator is very important, shaping young minds, we have to maintain those young minds during being a teacher. So no matter how old they are, being a teacher is needed because we need to continue to, inspire those who are growing up, no matter
Oh,
how old they are.
oh, you're a mic dropper, sister. I
Perspective.
just want to quickly say hi to my best friend there in our live chat. Auntie Care Shank is tuned in right now. Hello,
I would
hello.
also like to greet po my husband who's currently also tuning in.
Hello, hello. Yes.
And of course, brother, our Christian Rhoda, who's also joining in with the game. Thank you so much, brother, our Christian Rhoda. We also have sister Jenny, um, Jenny Marie. She said hello to sister Chantal. Um, and okay, and I think we're ready for the next. Which is our current discussion, right? So I have a lot of there, but I think we should move on. All right. So, Sister Eliza, go ahead, po.
Yes, before we proceed for our, we're actually now in our part one discussion. So we're just gonna ask for our two beautiful ladies guests for a quick story on how they choose their career. For let's start with Ate Chantal, Sister Chantal.
Thank you, Sister Eliza. So I'm in my fourth year of my doctorate degree. I am doing a doctorate in clinical psychology. So specialized in a lot of areas, but neurodiversity, any mood disorders, and such. So I decided to get into this field because I am a very strong believer that sometimes um, we need somebody else to help us with our problems, just like any other doctor. So that is what I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm in almost done, but it's definitely been a long journey. So I'm happy to have an open discussion about how we got here and the level of commitment that's necessary to do long term studies.
Wow, that is very impressive. And knowing that you also hold different duties inside the Church of Christ, sister. So very, very good. Very good.
Thank
Mm.
you. Paul.
Thank you, Chantal. And Ate, Sister Mara. Here is Sister Mara. Like, we're gonna ask Sister Mara.
I think
Since
Sister Mara is having a technical difficulties right
oh,
now, Eliza. But
okay.
we'll keep our discussion with Sister Chantel. We're just curious. Continuing studies further is a long journey. What made you decide to continue? Having a 4 year degrees for me is already too much. I think everybody else could attest to having such long studies. What made you think to continue your studies further?
Well, I wanted to make an impact. I still do want to make an impact on people's lives. And unfortunately, in order to do that, you do need a little bit more education than a bachelor's degree. And a master's degree is sufficient as well. But I thought if I'm young and I'm already in it and I just want to go all the way. So I decided to really go all in and do the doctorate.
Wow. Yeah, it's quite a long journey, right? So what about you, brother Philip? What about you when you're still in school or younger? What was your kind of chosen career to go along with?
Well, my career path was always artistic. I knew that from the get go. When I was growing up in school, I always excelled in that field. But at first, I wanted to do illustration as a comic book artist, but then I shifted gears. I eventually ended getting up my bachelor's in design, and now I am a full time graphic designer.
Amazing.
Mm.
And is that part of your still continuing graphic designing? How is this helping your current job right now? Like, you know, um, how do we phrase this question?
No, it's okay because I actually ended up starting my own business. So that was how I ended up going. And I still have the accessibility of attaining a job if I want to. So there's that flexibility there. And God blessed me with that flexibility and this creative ability.
That's amazing. What about you, Naman, Sister Chantel? Have you always wanted to be a psychologist when you were growing up?
Yeah, yes, I have ever since I was 16 years old. I realized that I love helping people. I just didn't know in what capacity. And I've always had this innate understanding and warmth and capability of understanding without words. Not a mind reader, but just a feeling person. So I could sort of sense when something wasn't right. And so, with those innate, personalities that God has blessed me with, I said, so what can I do with this? And of course, being a psychologist with those characteristics does help. And then, of course, everything that you study and all the theory and all of that stuff comes in handy along with those things. So, helping people is essentially what I do. And that's really what motivated me to go all the way.
Wow, that is really, really impressive. If I may ask, Sister Chantel, has there been a challenge going through school, going through what you have gone through? Because you're almost graduating, you said. So, what challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome those challenges?
I think my challenges come in two senses. So the first challenge would be balancing everything that I have going on. And I think a lot of people, a lot of brethren can also relate to that. If you have offices, you have maybe family to worry about, other responsibilities, and you're working and you're a student. So that was one major um, hurdle that I had to you know go through. And I think that with that one, it really was prayer, devotional prayer, and relying on what God can do for me. And, we have that, the INC song, Superhuman Energy. And that is truly, it's true. When you have devotional prayer and you devote your time to God, everything just happens. It's very miraculous. And yeah, so I am a testimony to that. So that's number one. And then, secondly, going forward with so much school, a lot of people didn't really understand what the next step was. Even I didn't know how to get a doctorate degree. So I had to do it all from scratch. I had to ask people, I had to be curious, I had to approach people even when I was shy, just to get answers and to know how to apply, where to apply, how to get a loan, how to get a grant, how to get a scholarship. So it really was about being out there and asking the right questions and asking the right people.
And for sure, sister, you'll agree as well that you must have held devotional prayer as well, asking our Almighty God for all the help and support that you can get, correct?
Yes, well, yes, absolutely, all the time, and I think that's where I truly got my strength, but also God allowed me to have the right path. So even if I had any doubts, once I prayed, it just felt so clear, and I could just leave everything to Him.
Oh, that's really nice. That is really,
Thank you
really
so
nice.
much. Very inspiring.
All right. So this is part one of our current discussion right now. We're gonna come back to you, Sister Chantel, and we also have Sister Mara. But she's gonna speak as one of younger students perspective. But before we go ahead with continuing with our discussion, we'll do a station break first, and we'll come back after the station break. Kuya Tech, Kuya Tech, diyan ka ba?
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Why is having plants and caring for them important? Join our discussion this Sunday, April 21, and find out. From 11 a.m. to 12 noon Philippine Standard Time. Stay tuned to INC Radio Hong Kong Satellite Studio. See you there!
Camping in New Zealand is so popular. There were over 250 public camping areas located in most beautiful regions. What are the benefits of doing camping? What are the things you need to prepare? Let's find the answers here in INC Radio New Zealand Satellite Studio this Sunday, April 21, 2024, 6 o'clock p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, 2 o'clock p.m. Philippine Time. See you then!
Welcome back. Welcome back. And you're still watching INC Radio Canada. And those last two plugs were for INC Radio Hong Kong, which is tomorrow at April 21, 11 a.m. Philippine Standard Time, as well as INC Radio New Zealand, April 21st, 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. And before we move on to our next segment, we'll read some of the YouTube comments and let's check out what's in the live chats. We do have Sister Erica Fernandez, who is currently watching from Durham, um, giving acknowledging their resident minister and their family. We still have Brother R. Christian also watching. Thank you for watching and tuning in to INC Radio. Brother Alan Mendoza. There's some comments here. Hi, Atikath from Sister Izzy, as well as hi, Ata Chantel, also from Sister Izzy. And we still have Brother R. Christian. He's still here. Hello, po, Sister Jonah Grace Lopez. So he's saying hi to our Ate Jonah. Also, I'm pretty sure we have one more comment here. Let me pull it. No, I don't see any more comments. So that moves us on to our next segment, which is what's in your cookbook. I've already mentioned her name. So let's watch and listen to what Sister Icy Mendoza has prepared for us this evening.
Hello everyone, welcome to our segment, What's in Your Cookbook? Join us and learn for a new recipe for today.
Hi everybody, I hope you're enjoying our discussion today. But for now, let me show you another quick and easy, but super delicious recipe. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make quick pickled cucumbers. I don't know about you, brothers and sisters, but for me, eating cucumbers as it is just a little boring for me. So this recipe will help give a kick to our good old green friend, the cucumber. For our ingredients, we will need cucumber, obviously, thinly sliced. Perfect! Half an onion, thinly sliced. 3 cloves of garlic, and you're right, thinly sliced. 1 cup vinegar. Half cup water. 1 teaspoon salt. Half teaspoon pepper. 1/4 cup sugar. And half teaspoon chili flakes to add a little kick to our pickle juice. Now we'll combine our ingredients. First, we're going to add our onions, our cucumbers, and our garlic. Put that in. Now our garlic. Perfect. Now we'll mix this all together. Stir it up real good. Now we'll mix all of this together. Add our pickle juice. Stir everything together. And voila! Your pickled cucumbers are finished. This will be good with fried fish, chicken, or even just on its own as a snack. Now we'll try it. Don't forget to pray, brothers and sisters. Mmm. That's really good. It's really good, brothers and sisters. So next time you eat cucumber, remember this quick and easy pickled cucumber recipe. Until next time, once again, this is Sister Isa Mendoza from the local of Richmond District of British Columbia, signing off.
All right. Thank you, Sister Easy, for that pickled cucumber recipe. You know, the thing about pickled cucumbers, right? I didn't know that pickles are actually cucumbers. I've no for I think I was 23 when I found out that pickles are just cucumbers. And my sister was the one that told me.
Well, you learn something new every day, right, Kuya?
Yeah, I know.
But looking at that one that she made, oh, it looks so good with she's right with fried fish.
But even just by itself,
By
oh
itself,
my
right?
god.
Yes, yeah. Especially when it's hot. Oh, you have it
Because
chilled. Oh, that's
Papa makes it by itself, and I
uh,
just snack on it, and then
yeah.
he realizes, hey, why are you eating what I made? And then it's all gone by the time he gets back to it.
No, it's good. It's good.
Well, thank you so much, Brother Alvin. Her name is Sister Easy.
I I asked you before the show, and I still can't pronounce it. Sister
Anyway,
Easy
thank you so
Mendoza.
much, Sister Easy. She's actually currently on a live chat right now. Hello, Sister Easy. Thank you so much for that really quick recipe of a pickled cucumber. I hope you've inspired everyone to make their own pickles after watching the show. We'll also also acknowledge Brother Elton, who's currently also in the live chat. We forgot earlier earlier to give a shout out to Kuya JC Umal. We don't want to forget him. And Ate Hazel Bunag. And she said, Sister Chantal, very impressed and happy to see you on the panel. And of course, we're gonna go back now to our discussion, the second part of our discussion regarding career planning. You know, for me, when I was in high school, I feel like I excel a lot in different science subjects, and I just don't know what to pick when I started college, and I just said mini mini miny moo. To be honest, no kidding for me, because it was very difficult for me to choose what I actually excel, because I like biology, I like chemistry. When I went to university, I was like, which one has the highest of my highest grade that I have, and that's what I picked, chemistry. But anyways, we're not talking about myself. We'll also would like to ask Sister Chantel. A lot of us are still a lot of our viewers and listeners may still be in high school or would still be in school. What are the tips that you can give to them when they are choosing a career?
Yeah, so I think what you did was quite smart, Sister Cat. You thought of what is something I'm good at and let's stick to it. So some people you can do that. And um in addition to that, I think it's good to really do your research. Some people go, I want to be a nurse or I want to be a teacher, but maybe don't know how long it's actually going to take, or how much is it going to cost, because these are important questions. Is there going to be a school near me? What's the acceptance rate? Is Do I have to move? And if I move, is it near a chapel or a local congregation? These are things that we should be considering. But all of those things, I think you should write down a list of questions that you have and then start asking them or start researching. And when you're young, there are so many possibilities out there that it can be quite daunting. So a good thing to do is sort of reassess and evaluate in yourself, like the SMART goals. What can I do in 5 years, and that are attainable and very specific. And when you think about you know what do I see myself doing in 10 years from now? Would I still be happy as a teacher? Would I still find this job fulfilling? And you also have to think about, what am I in it for? Am I in it just for the money, or do I want to be passionate about my work? Because people might be different. Some people might say, I'm okay with having a job that's just a job, and then I can log off and live my life afterwards. But maybe some people want to love their work, and because you know what they say, if you love your work, you don't really work a day in your life. So I've chosen that route, but I know that some people might choose another. So if I narrow it down to my piece of advice, it is to really assess yourself and to write down the questions, and don't be afraid to ask them. There probably is somebody in your local congregation or even in your district that maybe has thought about being in that field or is in that field. So maybe you can ask them, or you can ask a teacher in your high school, something like that.
Yes, that's definitely very, very nice tips from Sister Chantel. I like what you've mentioned about defining your SMART goals. Sometimes when we are in high school, we're overwhelmed with what's coming ahead of us, and we don't get to plan ahead. And I like how you mentioned having to have specific and attainable, realistic and time
Time
specific
oriented. Yeah.
goals, right? So that's very, very a really good tip from Sister Chantel. I'm not sure if Sister Mara is online now, but I don't know if she's not. She's having a lot of technical difficulties in the background right now. I'm actually curious to Brother Philip. What about you when you were when you were in your young high school moments? What could, if you are on their shoes, what are the tips you can give them when they're choosing a career?
When choosing a career, it is very important that you make sure that nobody is forcing you into a career path, and that you yourself, you are passionate enough about this career path that you want to do. And when you consult God, you ask him to give you signs on what career path you go to, because that was part of something I left out in my little spiel a little bit ago. A lot of devotional prayer about changing careers, because I was very passionate about illustration, and I really wanted to be a comic book artist, but I think now that I am a graphic designer, I can all the more help out with church projects and promoting their projects. So God bless to that.
Amazing. That's really, really great, Brother Philip. Yes, Sister Chantal, you have something to add?
Oh no, I was just clapping for Brother.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just Sister Chantal is clapping for Brother Philip. I'm curious about Ate Jonna. What about you, po? You know, we're hearing a lot of advices for young in their years. We're not saying that you're there.
No, you can, you can. I am old enough actually to be your parents here in the panel, so
Yes,
it's
Ma'am
okay.
Donna, what about you? What advice can you give students or young individuals who still searching what kind of career they wanted to do?
I just want to echo on what Sister Chantal and even what Kuya Philip had said earlier. Devotional prayer, especially for us members of the Church of Christ, is a huge thing that we have to consider. We can plan all we want, we can have a lot of goals that we want, but if we don't have the guidance of our Almighty God, it's just going to go to waste. So, if anything, for students, even if you're choosing a career, always remember to put God first. If you have duties inside the Church of Christ, put them in priority, and then everything will fall into place. Where I am working presently, it's an engineering consulting company. I didn't apply for this position. I'm a senior administrator, and it happened during the pandemic. I uh, I was um, I was laid off in 2020, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take a break because I've been working for 16 straight years. And then, but of course, bills will start coming up, and then you've got your obligations that you have to meet. And then so I said, I want to be able to continue performing my duties. I host during weekdays. And so, what can I do to be able to find a job and to be able to perform my duties? So, I was praying, and remember that when you are praying, you're going to be tested as well, because if you're saying, oh, you know what, give me a job that will not hinder me to perform my duties. Of course, job openings that will call you for interview, they're like very prestigious job offers that it's so hard to turn down. But then for every single one of them, it's like, oh, I've applied. Yes, I'll get an interview. But then it's the jobs that will actually not let me perform. And so I keep praying. I keep praying. I said, you know what? I just need a job that will let me perform. And sure enough, I got a phone call. Honestly, I don't remember applying to this company. And they said, oh, we got your application 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, I did? I don't remember applying. And then they said, but it's only a part time job. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. It was an in person interview. And the next day, I got another call saying the hiring manager wants to interview you. I said, I only have one condition. If you will allow me to be off Wednesday morning in the morning, and then I can go to work after lunch. And they said, oh, that shouldn't be a problem. I told them straight up, I have a church obligation. And that's one of the things that members of the Church of Christ should not be afraid to say, even at the get go of the interview. If you're applying for a position, if you have duties inside the Church of Christ, tell them, I have a duty. You can just imagine if you're the employer and then someone is applying, a Church of Christ member who is trustworthy, who has integrity, who can be respectful. So these are qualities that any employer would be looking for. So members of the Church of Christ out there applying for a job or even thinking of what career to take, You got to be bold and you got to be brave to say, I am a member of the Church of Christ. And, if you let me work certain time or certain day because I have church obligation, God will give you a job that will not hinder you to perform your duties. And I'm proud to say this because I've been with the company for 2.5 years already. And they allow me. And the good thing is, because I'm hosting on INC Radio, after performing my duty and I go to work, I get to missionize my coworkers. We talk about what we've talked on the show. So it's another way also for you to missionize your friends and your classmates, maybe.
That's
Like that.
great. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Ate Lisa, we have some of our tips here that we've prepared. This is actually from Job Bank Canada. So this is quite a bit of summary from what Sister Chantel and Brother Philip and Ate Jonna has just been mentioning. Why don't you take it away, Sister Eliza?
Yes, thank you so much po Ate Jonah, Ate Chantel, and Kuya Philip for all those like additional information on how to get the career path, especially in prioritizing our holy duties in the church. So we're gonna proceed now po sa our career planning from Job Banks. So the summary first is get to know yourself. Is this, I think, what kind of like the Chantel earlier and Ate Kat was mentioning that we have to get to know more about yourself, assess yourself, so you can easily choose and decide which career would you like to go to. And then the next one would be explore the job market, like knowing that after you study, because you're gonna spend or invest your time and money, right? So you want to make sure also that after that, you're going to find a job. So the third one will be plan your education or training. Like planning here inside the church, we also uh like make sure on top of our list that it will not hindrance our holy duties as a member and as a church officer inside the church. And then number four will be stand out to employers. Ati Kat, can you share us about this stand out to your employers?
So basically, I think that's what's been mentioning standing out to your employers is that, when you get the job, make sure that you fulfill the job and the responsibilities being given to you. And I think you stand out when you do the action, you do all the work that is being asked of you. And I think that's one of the key thing when you're working in the job field, right? So next will be
Yes,
networking, right?
yes,
Networking is
yes.
also important, ate.
I just want to add with that stand out to employers. I remember when I was in the Philippines, I was not yet a member in the Church of Christ, and I remember most of the employers, like oh sorry, like one of the famous malls, or in the Philippines, they always like try to find if you're like an Iglesia ni Cristo, most of them find a regular job. Most of them like got to the probation. So that I'm just this kind of like comes out into my mind, like when you work you have to be diligent, and if they know that you're a trustworthy employer, they're gonna keep you as an employee. And then the last one would be networker.
Networking.
Network and stay connected, right? Yes,
Yeah.
I think this is also how you go find job by continuing finding a friend and networking, and also networking can also help you like what Ate Jonna was saying, like you can also invite them to our Bible study and knows more about Iglesia ni Cristo.
All right. Next, Kuya Tak, meron pa yan. Ayan.
So this is get to know yourself. So being aware of your own strengths and weaknesses is the key to defining your career goals, like what Ate Chantal and Ate Kat was saying this earlier. And the next Kuya Tech, explore the job market. So Ate Kat, so
Yeah, and so exploring the job market is that you can compare the requirements, wages and job prospects for different occupations. What Brother Philip has mentioned, he as a graphic designer, he could also be a self-employed because he could have his own business, or he can also work in a corporate job. So there are some of these informed career decisions that we can take when exploring the job market. Next, planning your education. So we don't want to repeat ourselves. You've planned your education and your training before you decide to invest your time and money. You compare your options, which one is right for you.
And I think also planning will help you like avoid stress in the future. So I think it's a good idea if you plan everything ahead. And
Yes,
next, what Kuya Tech?
we're almost there.
Yes.
Ayan, we've already mentioned about standing out to employers. Next. And finally, networking and stay connected. This one is kind of important because you wanted to keep tabs of what opportunities you may have, especially if you're working in a field, right? So if you wanted to switch careers, if you know anyone in other career path, you can network with them and then stay up to date on the news of what you can have. So some people can hold a single job until they retire, but some others, if you wanted to switch careers. So having a network and using that network will also help you steer your career. And that is all, right? So thank you so much, Ate Eliza and Sister Chantel. Before we end this, do you have anything else to say, Sister Chantel?
I would just like to add that I want to piggyback on Brother Philip and what he said about feeling obligated to go into a career based on maybe what your parents said or what you've heard. I think it is very admirable. You, of course, have to listen to your parents and obey your parents no matter what. It is a teaching inside the Bible and inside a Church of Christ. But we have to think about longevity as well. What can you be doing for the rest of your life? And can you imagine doing that for the rest of your life? And if you're really passionate about it, reach for the stars and pray. Do it, do the work, and have a faith, and fulfill your duties. And I have no doubt that God will give you the miracle that you're praying for.
Great. Thank you so much for words of wisdom and that takeaway, Sister Chantel. And we also, before we go ahead to our next segment po, and of course, thank you so much to all of our listeners and viewers and to our team live chat who has been also mentioning. We have Sister Feli Salvador who's mentioned hello, greetings po from the local of River Bend, District of Calgary. Shout out to our resident minister, Brother Eman Espanol, and to Brother Philip. She said, very proud of you. I think that's your mom, Brother Philip. Your mom is very proud of you. Indeed. We also have Brother Elton Calipes, Sister Danielle Shea, Tita Zenaida Novesteros. Hello po to Canada. Greetings from Midtown, Toronto District. And Brother Renel Romero is also in the live chat. Hello po, happy viewing to all our brethren from BC. Hello to Karanel. And Brother, okay, now it's our time for CFO in action. Kuya Tech, can you play our OBB pop? And while we're waiting for Kuya Tech,
Yes. Yes. So, oh, wow. First off, our very own CFO or Christian Family Organization Family Bowling in the locale of Eastwood. Actually, this happened this afternoon. So, thank you so much to everyone that participated And thank you to the satellite studio of Northern Midwest because I was able to do a live report when we had the bowling activity this afternoon. So thank you, Ate Tony, at Kuya EJ, and Kuya Abe. Next one po, this is happening tomorrow. Actually, we will have CBI Unity Camp. So we're calling all the students from the children up to high school and even university and college. We'll have Unity Camp. This is happening in the campground of Wellington Chapel. Next one po, Kuya. And CFO Day, yes, everyone's looking forward to this. Again, this is in the District of Edmonton. CFO Day, or Christian Family Organization Day, happening on Sunday. So calling everyone from the District of Edmonton to join us. That's 1 p.m. at Rundle Park.
Oh, before we go, Paul, we also
Yes.
have a CFO day coming up in
Yay!
BC, right, Sister Chantel? I think that will be next week as well, right?
April 28th as well, po.
Yes, April
Awesome.
28th, that will be in the Burnaby. Yeah, we're looking forward to the CFO Fun Day or CFO Day. Thank you.
Yes. Next one po, Kuya.
Ayan.
Ayan.
What about in Calgary?
In Calgary, in our locale, tomorrow we have an escape room activity that will be at 1 p.m. And then shortly after that, at 6 p.m., there will also be a bowling activity for the locale of Westmount. And then next week at 6 p.m. on April 28th, Sunday, there will be a district bowling activity. So if you would like those addresses, please speak to your local officers for those addresses.
Awesome. Thank you. A lot of bowlers, huh, at the CAF and CFO happening. Yes. I think that's it for our CFO activities.
Now we're gonna go to our catching up in Canada, Kuya Tech.
Welcome back to Catching Up with Canada. Let's see what our brethren have been up to this week and what other activities we can expect.
Ayan. So this one is in the District of Greater Toronto. They're going to have a basketball and volleyball. I cannot see the date. April. What is that? I can't really see the date. But this one is happening in the District of Greater Toronto. So they will be having unity games and it'll be uh, basketball and volleyball for everyone. Next one po, Kuya. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it looks like they had a time to draw with Brother James Raiz in the District of Manitoba. So, wow, congratulations to the District of Manitoba for having Brother James there. Awesome. Next one po. Okay, this one, Ate Kath, you can take this one.
Oh, okay. So this one, Paul, we will be having a district multimedia seminar happening tomorrow, April 21 at 5 p.m. at the Burnaby Chapel. So we'd like to invite all those Paul from the District of British Columbia who would like to be part of the district multimedia team. We invite you to come and join us, Paul, in the seminar. And I think that's pretty much it. What about in Calgary, Paul?
I don't think I have anything to report from Calgary that we
Awesome,
gave me.
awesome. And that's pretty much it. We'd like to ask Sister Chantel if you have any final greetings you would like.
Yes, I just want to say hello to my family who is always supportive and watching me, dad and mom and my brother in Nanaimo, Kuya Jason and his family there. Thank you so much for your love and support. And to, of course, all the brethren around the world.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Sister Chantel, for gracing us this evening with your wisdom and sharing us your um, career planning. What about Sister Eliza? You have any final greetings, Pop?
Thank you so much for all everyone for tuning in. I see Radio Canada and to all my families. Thank you, Ate Kat.
Kuya Philip. Kuya Philip, are you there? Yes.
I am. I am here. Want to shout out or acknowledge my cousin in British Columbia, brother Elton Kalipas, and my sister Shay Kalakak.
Kuya Alvin, final greetings po.
I'd just like to thank my family as well as my sister and her husband, brother Allison Roy Ebasco, who's the resident evangelical worker of Falcon Ridge. There it is. Thank you.
Awesome. Ate Jana, you have anything else pa, Frank?
Yes, I just want to say hi to Kuya Henry, who's currently in the Philippines. It's his turn to have a vacation. So hello, Dad. Miss you, love you.
Hello po. All right, Kuya Alvin, let's do our outro.
All right. Thank you to all our Kuya techs in the main studio. Thank you po to brother Emmanuel Andaya, our executive producer in the Americas.
And thank you so much po, Ka Arnel Solano, our INC radio station manager. And also thank you to Brother Angelo Manalo, our CEBSI president, CEO, and our beloved CFO coordinator.
And most of all po, we would like to thank our dearest executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo.
Thank you and for tuning in to INC Radio Canada. Merci d'avoir écouté INC Radio Canada. Tune in to the next program, Highlights.
Thank you.
Sister Mara as well.
Wow.
Some technical difficulties. Thank you all for.
Thank you.
Sa iglesia sila ay nagmamahal. Sa amin iyon